Day. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Off the play fake. Winters. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, Winters. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Winters. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see so much of the influence on this game, is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame entry.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here's Coleman now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
North of 100 yards, the two scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Applewhite now to throw on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
First down.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, it's Hale. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
22.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
They'll run on first down. It's Hale, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick six. They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And this one through the uprights and good. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 20.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first time. I'll try to do better here.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And they give this time to the tailback. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the Eagles out in front early. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 41. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well, Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
On third down, it's Hale, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He's brought down a third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Hale. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action.
Definitely. Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. We'll check on his status when we get back. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Back to throw here. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Tight end, incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
7.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Winters flushed out right. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
First down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
1st and 10. Winters, open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down. Winters steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winters. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lyons, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Winters. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now here's Applewhite. Off play action. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, it's Blake, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Number 87.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Yes. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That catch good for only a couple.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw on 2nd down, Winters, and he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Applewhite on 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a give, right side. It's Hale. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Come on, man.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is Applewhite. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
For 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Winters. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Winters. And he's got Bennett. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
10 at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And an incomplete pass.
Winters
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
brings up.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he comes back with 1 complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun, Winters throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A gain of
all defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Winters. This is caught. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
24. Falcons 17.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll run on first down. Hale. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hale. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On first down, Hale. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll keep it on the ground. Sawyer. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hale. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On on 1st and 10. Winters firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Brings up facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a give, right side. Lions, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that poster out there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Now Applewhite to throw. Throwing on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give, right side. It's Hale. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Hale. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A gain of 6 there on first.
To number 87. It's a pickup.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now, it's Lyons, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lyons. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking to throw on second down. Winters. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Not much there, only a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Winters. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Yes, sack. A loss of 8 yards.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Applewhite now, throwing on 3rd and long. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll run on first down. Lions. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lions. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking on the midfield logo. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Hale. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
brought down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Made at the 9-yard
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Set now to kick. This one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
At the 29-yard line.
To throw on second down, Winters. And his throw here's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off. In high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They'll run on 1st down. Ham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Number 22.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 10-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Carry for the
They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. And they will take a knee here. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And they take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together.